if you're interested in the best fruits and vegetables for your dogs to eat, then watch this video to the end. The first thing you want to do is find fresh fruits. Go to your local grocery store, look around, and make sure you have access to good fruits that is, the expiry date is not near. So I did a bit of research when I wanted to make sure that my dog is getting all the nutrients that it needs. I realized that although she's getting quite enough nutrients from the meat, the bones, the organ meats that I'm giving her, she also can get more nutritional value from fruits, again, and vegetables. But if you look online, there are different opinions about giving dogs vegetables and fruits. Some people are against it, some people think it's not proper. But if you look at it closely, there are quite a few holistic veterinary doctors that wrote books about nutrition for dogs. And some of them that are professionals with years and years of experience recommend that you give your dog certain types of fruits in moderation, obviously. So in this video, I'm just going to walk through the veggie cubes that I prepare for my dog. So as you can see here, I have kelp. That's part of nutrients for dog. I can't remember the exact nutrient, but my research, reading all these books about nutrition for dogs, these are the ingredients that I kind of came up with based on the recommendations from the books. So you have apples, bananas, carrots, mango, and kefir. So as you can see, this is the list of the fruits and vegetables. Do your research and add whatever works for you. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you wash the vegetables and the fruits. Wash them properly to make sure that you've removed all the pesticide. And then when you're cutting the apple, make sure that you avoid cutting the seed as part of what you're going to prepare. It's dangerous for the dog. Just cut around the apple and avoid including apple seeds inside. And then cut your carrots as well. Cut the mangoes and everything. Make sure you wash them properly. And this might look like a very, very difficult thing in terms that it's time consuming, but you don't need to look at it that way, because I only make this once a month and I give the cubes to my dog once a day. So once you prepare this, it's not something you're going to be doing every day. Just put out time, like 2-3 hours of one day in the month, and that's all you need. Go to the store, get the ingredients and just prepare it, and make sure you put them in the freezer, because after I cut all these things, I'm gonna blend them up and then I'm going to put them in the freezer. So yeah, just follow me along. I'm cutting the mangoes here. And you make sure you cut it in small chunks, because when you're going to put it in a blender or the food processor, you want it to be small, in small pieces. Don't make it too large. And bananas is not very good for your dogs in large quantities. So this 2 banana is what my dog is going to have for fairly the next 4 weeks. So it has a lot of sugar. So just make sure you don't give your dog too much bananas. I've been guilty of that in the past, and my research then showed that I need to reduce the quantity of bananas. And broccoli as well. You need to include broccoli in moderation. So just this small broccoli that you see here, that's what my dog is going to have for the next 4 weeks. So I'm going to blend it all up together, put it in the freezer, and then in small ice cube boxes, and that's what I'll give her during each meal. So just follow along and watch the video to the end, and you can see how I prepare everything. So that's cauliflower. And then I put 3 eggs actually. So again, this is part of protein to kind of, what I'm trying to achieve here is, because I wasn't sure if my dog is going to like the veggie cubes, so I wanted to put enough smell and flavor that she's used to kind of encourage her to eat it. So I put 3 eggs, put kefir, and then kelp. I put about 5 teaspoon. I mean, I'm based in the UK, so teaspoon is a small spoon. You can put, say, the big spoon, 3 big spoons, but this is the small teaspoon, and I've just added 5 kelp. I have alfalfa powder as well. I sometimes use that. As you can see, then I'll just put all the vegetables in there. So the egg and the kefir is to provide the liquid to make sure the thing blends, and I just blend it all up. Blend it all up. And if it's difficult to blend, then I just add a little bit of kefir to kind of add more liquid if the thing is not blending properly. And instead of putting water, I try as much as I can to avoid water, because a lot of these vegetables and fruits already have water, so you don't want to put too much water in it. So now I've added kefir and then blending up the whole thing into a paste. Again, because some dogs might not really want to eat the vegetable cubes, it's your responsibility to put flavors to encourage them. So this is anchovies. It's one of the important fish that I give my dog. So I just put some frozen pieces, about 5 pieces into it. Although this is not a vegetable or a fruit, but the idea here is to add that smell, that smell and that taste, so my dog will like be keen to eat the veggie cubes. Just making sure she eats it. That's why I'm adding the fish. You can if you want, if you don't want to, but this is just my choice. Then I blend it all up, and after I blend it up, I then mix it all up together, mash it all up properly, and then I just put it into the small, back into the bowl. I blend it about 2 to 3 times, so it's not just one blend. I blend it again, running through the processor to make sure that it's smooth and there's no particles or anything that is not properly blended. As you can see now, I'm just gonna stir everything, make sure it all mixed together. And then there's this silicone cubes that you can just put the veggie cubes into, and that's one portion for my dog. As you can see, I just put that's one that she's gonna have for the day once it's frozen. So yeah, I put them all up in the container, and then I put them into the freezer, and it freezes up. This is just a small video to kind of teach you how to prepare veggie cubes for your dog. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and clicking the bell notification. I'm gonna be publishing videos about dog training, dog nutrition, all the good stuff about dogs. Subscribe to the channel, and if you have any question or need any advice about dog nutrition, post the question or the inquiry in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer you. Again, I have done extensive research and I'm learning about nutrition for dogs, diets for dogs. So I follow thought leaders and holistic veterinary doctors, and I follow their recommendation. So do your own research and make sure that you're giving your dog what works for them. Don't follow my advice, because I'm also doing the research to learn. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.